Grayson.
And welcome in here to some Wednesday night action in the SCBL. The Copperheads taking on the Corndogs here at Cox Mill High School, and it'll be Nick Solar, the new pitcher for the Copperheads, to lead things off tonight. The lefty from Northwest Ohio, from Statesville, North Carolina, making his season debut in the SCBL for the Copperheads, and he'll face the Corndogs' first three of Trig Browning, Will Durrell, and Luke Harris to begin tonight's contest. Copperheads coming in after a dramatic win in their last home game over the Disco Turkeys will be looking to keep up some home form. Currently sitting in 7th place. The Corndogs, though, right in the thick of the playoff race here as we get into the second half of this season. First pitch is tipped into the glove of Matt Goldisic, who will be catching tonight for the Copperheads. You have Dane Frelick, Isaac Armstrong, Jack Lopez, and Will Gray around the infield. Josh Jones, Parker Staborski, and Caden Haywood in the outfield tonight, as that one looked like Browning fouled it off of himself that time. So it will be a 2-strike count here early. Browning, a freshman from Limestone College in Harrisburg, North Carolina, hitting .458 so far this season. Hit safely in his last 8 games. Looking to continue that form here tonight. Next pitch on the way from the lefty is in the dirt. A good take that time from Browning. Corndogs currently sitting in 3rd place in the SCBL, 11-8 record through 19 games. Only trailing the joint 15-5 Mooresville Spinners and Statesville Owls at the top of the league. 2-2 from Solar. Swung on the other way into foul territory. Running down and not being able to make the play is Haywood. So Browning stays alive. And it lands in no man's land down the right field line. So now it'll be another 2-2 count on the way. Solar's pitch swung on, and he did go around. A lead-off strikeout here for Nick Solar in his first appearance. His first inning, and his first batter retired. We'll bring up Will Durrell, the center fielder, up next. The center fielder, Durrell, hitting in the 2-hole tonight. It'll be a lefty-lefty matchup against Solar. Takes a first pitch there for a strike, and a good off-speed catches Durrell off guard. The junior from Winthrop University, hitting .191 so far this season. 9 hits in 13 games, but 4 doubles and 1 home run, so has the power capabilities. At 6'2", 200. Behind 0-2 here to Solar. His first appearance of the season. Got off to a good start last time with a strikeout of Browning. This time he just misses blow. So Durrell stays alive, takes the 0-2 low. Ready with the 1-2. Swung on the other way by Durrell towards left field and caught by Josh Jones. A nice running play in left field. 2 up and 2 down for Solar. We'll bring up Luke Harris, the first baseman. Another Limestone College product is Luke Harris, joining Trig Browning at the top of the lineup. .256 average on the year for Harris, and had a great night last night against the Regulators. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored and an RBI with 2 walks. A .474 on base percentage in 15 games so far. Possesses power from the right side. The 1-0 is taken high. Corndogs and even 5-5 in their last 10 games. Looking to get back in the win column tonight. The 2-0 is on the outside corner. A nice breaking ball there from Solar. Made the trip down I-77 from his hometown Statesville, North Carolina, to play for the Copperheads for the remainder of this season. Ready with the 2-1, swung on and off. Would look like the mask, potentially, of the home plate umpire. Nonetheless, it will be strike 2 in this top of the first inning. Midweek matchup on this Wednesday evening. A humid day. We'll see which team can keep their cool in some challenging conditions here. 2-2 on the way from Solar. Swung on and miss. Strike 3 and 2 strikeouts in the top of the first inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Nick Solar as we go to the bottom of the first and see if the Copperheads can take the lead when we come back. Welcome back to Cox Mill. Bottom here, half of the first inning. As the Copperheads, top of the order, will get to work against Dylan Bobbitt of the Corndogs on the mound. The 5'10", 180 righty, also making his first start this season in the SCBL. A sophomore from Monroe, North Carolina, and a Southeastern Community College product. Faces Luis Morales to lead things off, who drives the first pitch out of play. Morales, a great night last night against the Wampus Cats. 2 nights ago, out in Albemarle. 3 for 4 night, 2 doubles, 2 runs driven in, and a walk. Raised his average to 385 on the season through 15 games. And has hit safely in all 4 games so far in this second half. Behind 0-2 here to Bobbitt, looking for a strong first inning alongside his pitching opponent. And that one will get through for hit number 21 on the year for Luis Morales. Another nice piece of hitting. Stays behind the ball in an 0-2 count and drives it right back up where it came from. The leadoff single brings up Will Gray, playing first base tonight. You usually see him on the left side of the infield, but he'll switch over for tonight. 6', 200 righty from West Virginia Tech stands in here in this bottom of the first. On the ground towards the left side. It'll get through past Beals, and 2 hits to start this game off for the Copperheads, coming out swinging. That time a first pitch swing by Gray. On the ground past Beals, the shortstop, and it's 2 hits to lead things off for Dane Frelick, who will be hitting in the 3-hole. So now 2 men on and still no out here in this bottom of the first inning. A nice first pitch take by Dane Frelick. Frelick, a Framingham State College junior from Fairview, North Carolina. A 372 average so far this year in 11 games. Takes a pitch low that time from Dylan Bobbitt. Hasn't thrown too many pitches so far, but the Copperheads have been aggressive. Already piling up back-to-back base hits to start this game off. Frelick looking to drive them in here early, ahead 1-0. Double play depth for the Corndogs, and another pitch taken by Dane Frelick. 6 doubles this season, and also had a nice night out in Albemarle, as did Luis Morales for the Wampus Cats. Both of them going 3 for 4. Frelick picking up a double and an RBI, as well as a walk in a 17-3 win. As this one's on the ground towards Beals. He'll field it cleanly. Throws to first in time for the out. Both runners advance, though. So the fielder's choice puts 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out here for Parker Staborski. Staborski playing center field tonight, has played all the way around the outfield at times for the Copperheads this season. A first pitch strike, a good off speed on the outside corner for Dylan Bobbitt. Staborski, a junior from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, and Catawba College. 5 hits on the year, and he drives this one a pop-up towards first base, but playable for Harris. No advance. So a big second out there for Bobbitt brings up Isaac Armstrong. That one way in on the hands. And it was a pretty easy pop-up, in all honesty. Playable for Harris. Zaborski picked up his 5th hit against the Wampus Cats the other night. He is retired, though, and that'll be Isaac Armstrong representing ECU formerly in a college yet to be determined. So he'll be in the transfer portal for next season. Represented the SCBL up at the Prospect Games in Lynchburg, Virginia, alongside both runners on right now, Luis Morales and Will Gray, among Copperheads players selected for that tournament. All of them playing well as the team went 1-1 in 2 games against the Atlantic League and the Florida League last week in Lynchburg, Virginia. Ahead 1-2 is Bobbitt. Armstrong, a .333 average, looking for hit number 14, but he swings through strike 3, and Dylan Bobbitt gets out of the jam. We are still scoreless as we head to the top of the second inning here at Cox Mill. Top of the second inning here in Concord as the Copperheads and the Corndogs back to work. And a first pitch strike on the outside corner by Nick Solar to Trenton Doss, DHing tonight for the Corndogs, and hitting fourth is the big righty. Usually used as a primary outfielder when he does play the field. 6'4", 230 sophomore from Winston-Salem and Cleveland Community College, and swings through a 1-1 outside. 4 home runs on the year and picked up his 4th last night against the Regulators. A 1-for-2 night, 2 runs driven in on that occasion, and 2 walks. 925 OPS on the year. Behind 1-2 here to Solar. The pitch is there for strike 3, and Doss knew it. 4 straight batters retired and 3 strikeouts to start the game for Solar as they'll face Caleb Beals next. The future North Carolina A&T Aggie heading there in the fall to play his college baseball. First pitch skips up there off of Goldasich from Solar as Beals, a primary shortstop and middle infielder for this Corndogs team. From Waxhaw, North Carolina is Beals. 296 average on the year in 17 games. Also had a good game last night, though, against the Regulators. 3 for 5, 2 doubles, and 3 runs driven in for Beals. And a 1-1 count here. Takes a pitch upstairs. There'll be Chase Gribble due up next after Beals as they try to figure out Nick Solar here early in this one. The 2-1 on the way. A good breaking ball. Fooled Beals that time. We've seen him go to it in important situations thus far in the game and is able to bury it so far. Now the count back at 2-2. It is there for strike 3 and another strikeout looking 4 in 5 at-bats for Nick Solar, who's off to a flying start here. And now he'll face Chase Gribble. Been platooning at shortstop and third base with Beals. A sophomore from Southern Wesleyan University in Silva, North Carolina. 11 for 35, a .314 average in 12 games for Gribble. Has a 5-game hitting streak dating back to a June 19th win over the Wampus Cats. 1-0 is swung on and missed. The Corndogs currently looking for win number 12 in their 20th game of the year. 1-1 is back to the screen for Chase Gribble. One, two is just outside. As this will be the second game between these two teams here at this ballpark. A 2-1 win last time for the Copperheads when these teams met. A walk-off walk on that particular night for the Copperheads to win that one. But the Corndogs won their last meeting 8-2 down at Charlotte Latin and have won the last 2 meetings between these two teams. The 2-2 is swung on and once again off the screen. Lands just in front of the dugout here on the first base side for Chase Gribble. An exciting meeting coming up between these two teams up in Kannapolis on July the 12th, the next time they meet. The 2-2 there for a strike. And what a start for Nick Solar. A strike out of the side in this top of the second inning. 5 strikeouts through 6 batters as we go to the bottom of the second. Still a scoreless game. Back here for the bottom of the second inning here at Cox Mill High School. Still a scoreless game, but the Copperheads looking to take the lead here in this bottom part of the inning after Nick Solar struck out the side, as this one's down the line foul for Caden Haywood. The right fielder will lead things off in this inning, followed by the left fielder Josh Jones and the catcher Matt Goldasich. Two last inning hits for the Copperheads to lead things off. Luis Morales notching his 21st hit of the season, and Will Gray following it up with his 10th. But unfortunately, the Copperheads not able to get that first run across. Some timely outs for Dylan Bobbitt, who takes the mound and fires a ball high this time around. Haywood, a Western Carolina product, drives this one into the gap right center field. That'll get down and go all the way to the wall. Haywood digging for two. He'll go almost to three, but stops there, and that one way over and all out of the Cox Mill ballpark. So a free base there for Caden Haywood turns a double into a triple. The Copperheads will argue it should be a home run. Home plate umpire will confer with the infield umpire here. If this is true, Haywood already notched his second extra base hit of the season. Continues his 4-game hitting streak and turns it into a 5-game hitting streak now. And has now hit safely in all 4 games he's appeared in this season. Haywood, one of a number of players for Western Carolina playing in the SCBL, including guys on the Statesville Owls like Wyatt Stanley, who's had a great season. And the Spinners, including Noah Corliss and Josh Osiander, 2 of the best players in the league.
This is not a discussion type thing. It's 2 from the outfield.
We'll see if the Copperheads take the lead here on an error. A long discussion here. Either way, it'll be Josh Jones due up next. Matt Goldasich to follow. And it is a double turned into a inside the park homer, as that ball flew out of the stadium. When he was on second base was Haywood, and by rule it's a 2-base advancement. So a 1-0 lead here for the Copperheads in the bottom of this second inning. Looked like an errant throw potentially from Schaefer at second. But the throw errant, trying to go to third base, and now it'll be Josh Jones to continue the inning for the Copperheads. One of the more unconventional home runs you'll see, as that first pitch outside to Josh Jones, a North Greenville University freshman at 6'2", 205. Has also thrown 15 2/3 innings this season for the Copperheads. 1-0 is there for a strike, a good pitch over the plate for Babbitt. 8 hits on the season for Jones. Now the 1-1 on the way. There for a strike. A nice off-speed that time from Bobbitt, who's looking to keep the Copperheads within range here, with Nick Solar working well tonight. 2-1 on the way is taken low, and now a hitter's count, 3-1 for number 30, Jones. Originally of Blainville, Quebec, the Canadian native staying local after playing at North Greenville University in South Carolina, takes the 2-2 upstairs. Now the count runs to 3-2. Picked up the win in his last start against the Disco Turkeys on the mound. 4 runs over 5 innings. Full count pitch on the way, and it's a swing and a miss. A big out there for Bobbitt. His first strikeout of the night will bring up Matt Goldasich, hitting 8th tonight and catching. Has split time with Cody Spillman and Lazaro Santos catching for this Copperheads team. A freshman from Springfield, Illinois, and State Fair Community College. 4 hits on the year, but picked up another one in his last appearance against the Disco Turkeys. Had 2 RBIs, or an RBI and 2 walks, on that particular night. Goldasich's 13th appearance of the year. Behind 0-1 to Bobbitt. Pitch on the way is fouled out of play. Behind 0-2. Quite a lot of foul balls so far for the Copperheads, who fouled them mostly down the right field line. We'll see if they can get more on time with Bobbitt as the game goes on. 0-2 swung on down the line, just foul. Good contact that time by Goldasich, but goes unrewarded. It'll stay at an 0-2 when Bobbitt gets back in. One of 2 Illinois natives on the Copperheads joining Brock Graff, a Glenview, Illinois native. 0-2 runs way inside, nearly hits him, but just a ball at the end of the day. Bobbitt will get set. The 1-2 is swung on and back to the screen, foul. As Goldasich at 6'3", 210, looking to use his frame to the benefit and generate some power. We saw a rocket down the third base line earlier in this at-bat. Now a 1-2, a chance to do some damage. The pitch is swung on and missed. And Bobbitt, after a challenging first batter face that ended up on an inside-the-park home run effectively, he's retired the last 2 batters on strikes. It'll bring up Lazaro Santos, the EH, as we mentioned, has caught before. A freshman from Cleveland Community College in Charlotte, and has 8 hits on the year, including 2 doubles, one of which he picked up the other night in a 17-3 blowout win against the Wampus Cats. Also walked 9 times in 12 games this year, so has a decent eye at the plate. We'll see if he can keep the inning alive here against Bobbitt. Behind 0-1 is Santos, and that pitch runs outside as well. Has missed away for the most part so far. Back to an even count, 1-1 there for a strike. Tough pitch to take on the inside part of the plate, but just misses. Now Santos will try and protect in a 1-2 count here. Bobbitt's pitch on the way, swung on and missed, strike 3. And both pitchers in this second inning striking out the side. Bobbitt keeps us at a 1-0 game, but a double by Caden Haywood turns into a run after a misplaced ball goes over the fence and out of play. It'll be a 1-0 Copperheads lead when we come back for the third inning. Third inning on the way here at Cox Mill High School. Some Wednesday night SCBL action here on the official YouTube channel for the Southern Collegiate Baseball League. The day before Independence Day. Both teams looking for a win, going into a short break before they get back to playing in the next few days. Just one game on tap the next few days, both up in Winston-Salem. The Disco Turkeys will host the Wampus Cats tomorrow night before they host the Corndogs on Friday night. Copperheads back in action on Saturday night to face the Spinners, who have been on fire in the second half of the season and have drawn level with the Statesville Owls at the top of the league. The 0-2 swung on and missed. And Nick Solar just continues to roll here. 4 straight strikeouts and 6 on the night through 7 batters as he sets down Dylan Schaefer. And that'll bring up Elijah Craddock up next. First pitch misses from Nick Solar, who's come in firing against this Corndogs lineup, who we can see can put up runs in bunches. And did it the last time these two teams played, scoring 11 runs down at Charlotte Latin. 1-0 misses outside. Craddock playing third base tonight for the Corndogs. As a sophomore from Tega K, South Carolina, and Brunswick Community College swings at that 2-1 offering from the lefty Solar. Three hits in 4 games so far. Who swings at this pitch and runs it foul. Will Gray over there to potentially make the play. Craddock made his first appearance of the season on June 28th against the Copperheads in an 8-2 win at home. Picked up a hit and a walk on that particular night. And has already drawn 4 walks in 4 games. We'll see if he can get something going here against Solar. 2-2 is low. First time we've seen a hitter work a full count so far tonight. Have been swinging early and often, trying to get on top of Nick Solar's stuff. But we'll see if he can continue to roll here. 2-2, swung on and missed. Make it 5. 6 in a row now for Nick Solar, who's now sat down 6 straight batters via strike. And now it'll be Griffin Pickart, the catcher, up next to try and change that. Pickart splitting time with Harrison Buthelette and Owen Williams at catcher for the Corndogs. Gets the start tonight. Does the righty. But behind 0-1 here. Make it 0-2 as it looked like he did go around there. Ball gets to the backstop, but it won't matter. Solar been on fire so far. 7 strikeouts through 8 batters and 6 straight set down by strikeout. We'll see if he can make it 7. 0-2 on the way. Runs outside. A nice play there by Goldasich behind the plate. And maybe this is just what the Copperheads needed. More arms as the season gets towards its conclusion here. We've seen anything can happen in the SCBL. And a run of wins could make a big difference. 1-2 is outside. Just misses. Pickhart not fooled. No batters yet to reach so far for the Corndogs. Solar looking to keep it that way and forces a foul ball in a 2-2 count. Pickhart is battling. Keeps the count at 2-2 here with 2 outs in this top of the 3rd inning. Copperheads holding a 1-0 lead. Solar ready with the 2-2. On the way, it is there for strike 3, and it is a strikeout of the side for the 2nd consecutive inning. Make it 8 strikeouts and 9 batters for Nick Solar. As we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, Copperheads still lead at 1-0 when we return. Bottom of the 3rd inning here at Cox Mill. The Copperheads holding a 1-0 lead. As Dylan Bobbitt gets back to work, he'll face Jack Lopez to start things off. A swing and a miss here by the Copperheads' second baseman. Will be Morales and Gray due up after Lopez in this inning as we go back to the top of the order following Lopez's at-bat. 3 hits for the Copperheads so far tonight, including a double that turned into the first run after an errant throw went out of play. And Caden Haywood turning a double into that first run. Behind 0-2 is Lopez looking to get back in the at-bat against Bobbitt. Swings on that pitch, sends it towards center. It is caught, though, on a line. Will Durrell there to make a nice play. Some good contact, but enough room and enough height on the ball for Durrell to close down on it from center field, and that'll bring up Luis Morales for his second at-bat of the night. Picked up hit number 21 on the year last time up to lead things off. A junior from Sterling College. 21 hits in 16 games as that one gets through the legs of Pickhart behind home plate. Morales came into Monday's game against the Wampus Cats with just 1 extra base hit, but made it 3 with 2 doubles that particular night. 1-0 is on the way and fouled off. Has been a great leadoff guy for the Copperheads. Gotten on base any way you like, whether it's the 21 hits or the 8 walks on the year. DHing tonight. 1-1 count. Here is off the mask, it looked like, of the home plate umpire. Not the first time that's happened already tonight. But nonetheless, it will be strike 2 as Bobbitt is settled in after what turned to the first run of the game as he faced Haywood last inning. Struck out the side following that before forcing a flyout by Lopez to start this bottom of the third. 1-2 on the way is there for strike 3. Morales down on strikes. And 2 up and 2 down in this bottom of the third inning brings up Will Gray. Singled in his first at-bat as well. From nearby Rockwell, North Carolina. Has not appeared in any of the games against the Corndogs so far this year. His first in-game action against these guys this season. And the Corndogs and Copperheads, next time they face off, it'll be up in Kannapolis at the home of the Cannonballers, the single-A affiliate of the Chicago White Sox, on July 12th, 9 days from now. And that one runs inside to Will Gray. Corndogs will play 2 games up in Kannapolis. They'll play the Corndogs on July 12th and the Spinners the day after. A great venue for some local baseball. 2-0 on the way from Bobbitt, swung on and missed. Gray picked up a triple against the Disco Turkeys back on June 15th. So certainly has the speed to leg out extra base hits if need be. 3 of them on the year, 2 doubles and a triple. In a 2-2 count here against Bobbitt. Pitch on the way is put in play towards second base. A charging throw in time. And Schaefer makes a nice play over there at second base to retire the side. It's still a 1-0 lead for the Copperheads as we go to the top of the 4th. Top of the fourth inning here at Cox Mill High School, a 1-0 lead as Nick Solers, 3 strong innings, 8 strikeouts, and retired all 9 batters he faced. What a start that was for the Copperheads on defense, as this one's rocketed towards left center field by Bryce Thompson, but under it and making the play is Staborski, out number 1. 10 up and 10 down for Copperheads pitchers so far, as it'll be Jackson Edwards, the North Greenville junior, on the mound next. Made his last appearance back on June 17th against the Wampus Cats. Picked up the win on that occasion in the second game of a doubleheader. 4 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 hits, 6 walks, 3 strikeouts, as the Copperheads won that game 10-4. 2-0 count here to Trig Browning, who struck out his first time up. Looking to get the first base runner on the board for the Corndogs. And that one picked by Goldasich. It'll make it a 3-0 count. It'll be tough to rebound from this particular point. We'll see if Edwards can get back in the count with a strike. He cannot. It'll be a walk. And Trig Browning gets on base with 1 out here in this top of the 4th inning. First base runner for the Corndogs comes in the form of a base on balls by Trig Browning, and that'll bring up Will Durrell, who flied out his first time up. Durrell originally from Rock Hill, South Carolina, and stayed in the area to play his college baseball at nearby Winthrop University, playing in the Big South, and will have faced certainly some colleges around the area in North Carolina, including UNC Asheville. As Goldasich will come out to talk to Jackson Edwards here. A short chat as they'll try to get back in the count here. Retired Bryce Thompson to lead off the inning, but since then we'll try to get it back dialed in and control-wise as Goldasich comes back to home plate. We'll see what the next offering is to Durrell and whether he decides to change his approach after the mound visit. 2-0 on the way. Runs inside. So a 3-0 count for Durrell as well. Browning did not get aggressive in a 3-0, but we'll see whether Durrell takes that same approach here. Pitch on the way there for a strike. Count moves to 3-1. Now we'll see if Durrell thinks about it. Can pick his pitch in this situation. On the way, on the ground. Playable for Goldasich. He'll fire to second. Not in time. They're telling him throw to first. So they will. That will be an out. It looked like Durrell did put the ball in play, and it didn't come off home plate. So despite Browning getting to second base, it will be out number 2 for Durrell. One of the more odd groundouts you'll see. Browning effectively stealing a base in that situation turns into an advance on a fielder's choice. As the ball first went to second base, where they couldn't get Browning out, but then they threw to first in time. And now there'll be another discussion here between the home plate umpire and the infield umpire. We'll take a short break and come back when that is done. So it will be out number 2 confirmed by the umpires to bring up Luke Harris, a strikeout. His first time up will look to try and even the score here in this top of the 4th inning. Browning representing the tying run on second base. Edwards' first offering fouled way out of play here. And we mentioned Harris's frame at first base. Can generate a lot of power at 6'3", 205. Takes a pitch upstairs this time from Jackson Edwards. 2 extra base hits on the year, 1 double and 1 homer. Picked up 2 hits on the road last night against the Regulators in a 10-5 win, which saw them move to 11-8. This one gets past Goldasich, and Browning takes third easily. Now the tying runner stands 90 feet away. This will be a 2-1 count here for Jackson Edwards. An important pitch here for Luke Harris if he'll want to put this ball into the outfield and potentially tie this game. Did put it in play, but foul. Count moves to 2-2 with 2 out here in this top of the 4th inning, and the Copperheads leading it 1-0 after a double by Caden Haywood turned into a home run after an errant throw went out of play on the throw to third base. 2-2 swung on, out of play foul. Corndogs have won 3 of their last 4 games, including an 8-2 win over the Copperheads on June 28th, and a swing and a miss. A breaking ball fools Luke Harris. And Jackson Edwards works around the base runner to get out of the inning scoreless. It'll be a 1-0 game when we come back for the bottom of the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th inning here at Cox Mill. Still a 1-0 Copperheads lead. Bobbitt out for his 4th inning of work for the Corndogs on the mound. He'll face the 3-4-5 hitters. Big swing and a miss by Dane Frelick. The third baseman grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. Grelick, Frelick, Staborski, and Isaac Armstrong due up for the Copperheads here as they look to extend their lead. Bobby will take a break to tie his shoe before we get back into action here. It's an 0-1 count here for the right-hander. Dylan Bobbitt is a sophomore from Monroe, North Carolina, and a Southeastern Community College product. Southeastern located in Whiteville, North Carolina. 0-1 swung on and missed there. A good breaking ball. In Columbus County, in eastern North Carolina, in Whiteville, famously the home of former Padres and current national starter Mackenzie Gore, picked 3rd overall back in that 2017 MLB draft. 0-2 on the ground towards second base. Up and firing is Schaefer. And a nice play on the defensive side retires Dane Frelick and will bring up Staborski. 1 out here in this bottom of the 4th inning. Staborski due up next. Popped out his first time. Was caught by the first baseman Harris. Staborski, a 6'3", 195 righty from Catawba College. Swings on this pitch and puts it in the air towards center field. Backtracking and making the catch is Will Durrell for out number 2. Bobbitt settling in nicely after what was 3 hits in the opening 6 batters. He's now retired 8 in a row as he faces Isaac Armstrong, struck out his first time up. Armstrong, 14 hits on the season, 7 doubles. Picked up 3 doubles last night. 2 nights ago, against the Wampus Cats out in Albemarle, and 4 runs driven in for good measure. Also has a 4.3 ERA in 8 1/3 innings for the Copperheads on the mound, showing his do-it-all skill set as he looks to hit the transfer portal. And a good pitch there by Bobbitt evens the count at 1-1. Bobbitt takes a breath before the 1-1. Swung on by Armstrong the other way towards right field, but in the air, playable for Browning. He makes the catch, and that will retire the side. 9 straight retired here for Dylan Bobbitt. Still a 1-0 Copperheads lead as we go to the 5th. Fifth inning on tap here at Cox Mill High School. SCBL Wednesday night action between the Copperheads and the Corndogs. It'll be Trenton Doss due up first, followed by Caleb Beals and Chase Gribble, as Jackson Edwards kept the Corndogs scoreless in the fourth inning. Now we'll try to do the same in the fifth. 0-1 on the way. A great breaking ball just misses outside to Doss. Quite possibly the biggest power threat in the lineup tonight for the Corndogs. Second on the team to Harrison Bouthelette in home runs. 4 for Doss, who currently plays at Cleveland Community College. The 6'4", 230 righty from Winston-Salem. 12 hits and 4 of them homers. Swing and a miss, though, this time. A 1-2. Breaking ball sets down Doss. Jackson Edwards off to a strong start in this fifth inning. Brings up Caleb Beals. 6 foot 185 from Waxhaw, North Carolina. First pitch taken low. Fouled out of play by Beals this time. Beals among a select group of incoming college freshmen looking to get some wood bat experience before they head off to college to play their freshman year. And for Beals, it's been a successful campaign so far. 16 hits in 17 games. 1-1 taken low. Picked up 2 doubles and 3 RBIs in a 3-for-5 night against the Regulators over in Mount Holly last night. 296 average with a 381 on base percentage. Swung on towards the left side. Up and throwing is Frelick in time. And it's out number 2 for Jackson Edwards. Allowed just the walk through 1 2/3 so far. Now he'll face Chase Gribble, the Southern Wesleyan infielder. Turned EH. First pitch is upstairs to Gribble. Gribble, a Silva, North Carolina native, swings on this one right back up the middle, a base hit. And the first base hit of the night for the Corndogs at last in this top of the fifth inning. Keeps the inning alive. 2 out and 1 on for Dylan Schaefer. Gribble picks up hit number 12 on the year to bring up Schaefer. A new addition to this Corndogs team, the UNC Wilmington sophomore, making his first SCBL appearance, and swings through that 0-1. Edwards ahead 0-2 here. Edwards, a Lawrence, South Carolina native. As this one's put in play towards left field, Josh Jones will camp under it, make the play, and out number 3. Jackson Edwards preserves the Copperheads' lead. Still 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning here when we come back. Bottom of the 5th inning here at Cox Mill High School. Queen City Corndogs looking to keep it close against the Lake Norman Copperheads, who currently lead it 1-0. Haywood responsible for that run. Doubled into the right center field gap and scored after the errant throw by Schaefer at second base ran over the dugout here on the third base side and out of play. A 2-base advancement gave the Copperheads a 1-0 lead they have not relinquished since. Haywood responsible for one of the 3 hits so far for the Copperheads tonight. We're looking to get the first hit for the team since that double his last time up. As since then, Dylan Bobbitt has set down 9 in a row. Out for his 5th inning of work. Behind 1-0. Haywood puts it on the ground. It is through the left side for a base hit. Haywood gets us started here in the bottom of the 5th with a single through the left side. Another nice piece of contact. Showing off his skill set is Haywood, and that's hit number 11 on the year. And his second multi-hit game against the Corndogs this year after a 2-for-4 night back on June 11th and down at Charlotte Latin. First pitch on the way to Josh Jones, taken low. Struck out his first time up, did the left fielder. Bobbitt ready with the 1-0. It's there for a strike. Has consistently lived on the outside part of the plate to right-handed hitters thus far. It's worked great for him overall. We'll look to get back and get an important first out. 1-1 is taken by Jones. Copperheads looking to continue some offensive success into tonight. All 10 batters reaching base 2 nights ago against the Wampus Cats. 2-1 on the way, swung on and in the air on the infield. Calling for it and making the catch is the first baseman, Luke Harris. And out number 1 will bring up Matt Goldasich. A routine play there. Always a tricky one to call off your infield teammates, but Harris doing a good job of it that time. Goldasich back in the box for his second at-bat. 1 out here and 1 on. First pitch in the dirt. Bobbitt ready with another 1-0. On the way, it's taken on the inside corner for a strike. A nice pitch there. Fooled Goldasich maybe a little bit. Either way, the take right on the line. Now Bobbitt ready. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Has attacked the plate in more recent at-bats and has gotten rewarded for it. Not as many strikeouts tonight, but still has 5. Has retired the last 5 batters on balls in play. 1-2, swung on the gap for Goldasich. It'll get down into left center field. Coming around second, coming around third is Haywood. The throw will not be made by Beals. An RBI double for Matt Goldasich makes it a 2-0 game in this bottom of the 5th. And another nice piece of hitting, waited perfectly on that fastball and drove it right to the wall below the Cox Mill writing over there in left center field. And for Matt Goldasich, his first extra base hit of the season and his third RBI, give the Copperheads some breathing room here as Lazaro Santos steps in for his second time at the plate. Struck out his first time up. But we'll look for hit number 9 on the year. Another run in scoring position in the form of Matt Goldasich. Bobbitt checks back. Now the pitch on the way. Put in play on the infield. Giving chase and making the catch is the catcher, Griffin Pickart. And a standard out number 2 keeps Goldasich at second. It'll be down to Jack Lopez to keep the inning alive. Lopez flied out his first time up on a line to the center fielder Will Durrell. A local Cox Mill product is Lopez, and joined by guys like Andrew Bruss, Connor Welker, and many others. Returned to play SCBL baseball after moving on to college baseball at their alma mater. Lopez ahead 1-0 here, a chance to drive in run number 3. Swung on the ground. It'll stay fair to third. Up and throwing on time and in the glove of first baseman Harris. And a nice play by Craddock at third base. Stays with the ball and gets out number 3. But the Copperheads extend the lead on an RBI double by Matt Goldasich, 2-0 as we go to the top of the 6th. Sixth inning here at Cox Mill. Now a 2-0 lead for Jackson Edwards to protect. Out there for his third inning of work after replacing Nick Soler. A brilliant first 3 innings and a perfect first 3 innings at that. 8 strikeouts and 9 batters faced. Edwards has been great too, and he gets this one on the ground. A nice pick there from third base. Frelick's throw in time. He got him on the tag. Nice play there by Will Gray, and Dane Frelick, a perfect pick over there. Stays with the ball, and it's a leadoff ground out for Elijah Craddock. Now Griffin Pickart, the catcher, due up next. Swings on this first pitch as well, but sends that one too far foul down the left field line for a play. Craddock, Pickart, and Thompson, the 3, due up this inning. Edwards 0-1 on the way. Upstairs. And now the 1-1. A good breaking ball, but misses to Griffin Pickart. Like many of the other hitters, struck out his first time up facing off against Nick Solar. And fouls the 2-1 out of play. Pickart, another Southern Wesleyan University product, playing for the Corndogs this year. Puts this one in play towards the right side. Coming over is Haywood. He will not have a play, and it gets past him. Now going for second is Pickart. The throw is offline. And what looked to be a maybe no man's land turns into a double here for Griffin Pickart with one out in this top of the sixth. It'll bring up Bryce Thompson, who flied out his first time up to lead off this fourth inning. First batter that we'll see Jackson Edwards for a second time tonight. Pickart's second extra base hit of the year. And now Bryce Thompson fouls the first pitch back to the screen. Edwards been great in relief. Allowed just 2 hits and 1 walk through 2 1/3 innings so far. We'll look to work around a 1-out double by Griffin Pickart. Breaking ball misses outside here this time to Thompson, as it looks like it was called a balk potentially on Jackson Edwards, who will look to get some clarification from the infield umpire. But nonetheless, the Corndogs' first potential run stands just 90 feet away now. Pickart moves over to the hot corner. Edwards will refocus. A 1-1 on the way. Pitch to Thompson, swung on and missed, and a good fastball on the outside part of the plate. Bryce Thompson, a junior from Coppin State University in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, as he fouls this pitch back to the screen. 6 feet 2'10" junior, his first appearance in the SCBL this year. Oh, 2 swung on and missed, and a big second out. Thompson down on strikes, and back to the top of the order we go, as it'll be Trig Browning, 0 for 1, but walked his last time up. First pitch is outside from Edwards. Trig Browning, the first player to get a third at-bat tonight, puts it on the ground and through the left side, a base hit. It will score. Griffin Pickart. And Trig Browning, after becoming the first base runner of the game last time, gets the first RBI of the game and makes it 2-1 here in this top of the sixth inning. A nice piece of hitting there by Trig Browning. The freshman from Limestone College picks up hit number 12 in just his 10th game on the year and his 5th RBI to cut the deficit in half. Now it'll be Will Durrell 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. First pitch is popped up way on the infield. Lopez calling for it at second, makes the play, and that will retire the side, but not before the Corndogs get on the board. An RBI single by Trig Browning makes it a 2-1 game when we come back in this bottom of the sixth inning. Bottom of the 6th inning here, a 2-1 lead for the Copperheads. They'll look to get back ahead by at least multiple runs if they can. They'll be facing a new pitcher, Mark Salico. The Waxhaw, North Carolina native and a freshman at Carson Newman College has made 4 appearances so far, and Morales drives this one into foul territory. Over in foul territory is Harris, no play, and hops over the fence. Salico making some shorter appearances, just 5 2/3 innings so far this year in those 4 appearances. Best appearance of the season came against the Copperheads on June 11th. Fired a scoreless inning, 1 hit and 1 strikeout. But has struggled as of late, including 4 runs and 1 1/3 innings against the Wampus Cats in his last appearance. 1-1 outside to Morales. 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout. Another 2-1 on the ground towards short. Beals up and throwing. It is made. A nice play there to get Morales by a step. A good start, as it'll be Will Gray due up next. 1 for 2 and grounded out his last time up after a single in his first at-bat. First pitch gets outside.
Connor, did he get called out?
Number 9, Will Gray picked up hit number 10 on the year earlier tonight. Ahead 1-0 here against Salico. Swings at this first pitch and sends it the other way. Does Gray? It'll get down the right field line. Digging for 2 is Gray. The throw will be offline to Beals. Third double of the night for the Copperheads comes off the bat of Will Gray. And a 1-out double brings up Dane Frelick with a chance to do some more damage. That'll be hit number 11 for Will Gray and bring up Frelick. Came in tonight with a .372 average, 16 for 43, 6 doubles, and 4 RBIs. 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice and a ground out. First pitch there for a strike from Mark Salico, whose brother James, also a Queen City Corndog. A year older is James, Anderson U sophomore. 0-1 from Salico on the way. Outside to Dane Frelick. Fresh off a 3-hit performance against the Wampus Cats. Looking to get back in the hit column is Dane Frelick, and that pitch outside. In fact, Frelick 7 for his last 9, including 2 doubles for the Framingham State third baseman. Ahead 2-1 here. Salico ready. We'll check back to second. The pitch is taken. A 3-1 count here as Pickart will come out to have a chat with Mark Salico. Important spot here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Copperheads looking to extend the lead after allowing the first run of the game in the top of the 6th inning, which came on a Trig Browning RBI single. Break is over. And it'll be Dane Frelick in a 3-1 count. We'll see if he gets aggressive here. Salico's next offering there for a strike, and the count runs full. A second out would be big for Salico in his quest to keep it a 1-run game. Gray stands at second after a double. Payoff pitch, swung on, in on the hands by Frelick towards left center field, calling off the center fielder. Darrell Thompson, he makes the catch. And 2 down here for Parker Staborski. Frelick puts the ball in play, but goes unrewarded a little bit. Chose to get a swing in on the hands. Didn't quite go where he would have wanted it to. Staborski 0 for 2 on the night. A pop out and a fly out. If he can confine the outfield grass, it would likely mean a 3-1 Copperheads lead at the very least. Staborski ahead 1-0. Swings it, puts it on the ground towards second base. Over and making the play. The shovel throw in time. Schaefer, another nice defensive play over there at second base, and that retires the side. Still a 2-1 lead as we head to the 7th inning. Copperheads will lead it and look to keep it when we return. Back here for the top of the 7th inning, and still a 2-1 lead as Jackson Edwards stays out. And another nice pitch there after the 1-0. To leadoff man in this inning, it'll be Luke Harris. 1-1 is low. 2 strikeouts on the night for the first baseman. Looking to get something going here as we hit the later part of this game. But a quick game up to this point. Ahead 3-1 is Edwards. Pitch on the way, in on the hands, popped up. Playable for Gray. He makes the catch. And out number 1 for Luke Harris. Edwards been great in relief. Allowed the 1 run last inning to Browning, but has been largely effective besides that. That one runs way in. And back to the backstop for Trenton Doss. Nearly hit him. Doss also has 2 strikeouts on the night. The 1-0 there for a strike. Trenton Doss, as we mentioned, a big power threat. 4 home runs on the year and pops this one out of play. Doss at 6'4", 230. One of the bigger outfielders / infielders in the league. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Doss not happy with it. The throw from Goldasich in time to get him. Went chasing after that breaking ball and didn't get it. But nonetheless, out number 2 for Jackson Edwards, who's been great in relief for Nick Solar, who dominated in his 3 innings, 8 strikeouts out of 9 batters and no base runners allowed. It's been that kind of night for the Queen City Corndogs in the batter's box. Very unpredictable league, as we've seen. And no one swung on and missed. Now it'll be Caleb Beals. Time called. 0-2 on the way to Edwards from Beals. Swung on out of play. Beals 0 for 2 as well. Grounded out his last time up. The Copperheads have been great tonight on the defensive side. Just 3 hits allowed. This one will be through the left side, a base hit. And Caleb Beals keeps the inning alive. Hit number 17 on the year for him. And that brings up Chase Gribble, who singled his last time up. Edwards a quick pitch, and that one fouled back to the screen. Edwards looking to preserve the lead here in the top of the 7th. A 2-1 lead. And that one nearly turned on by Gribble, but he held his bat. So looks like it will be a 1-1 count. Pardon, a 1-2 count. Edwards pitch on the way. Swung on back to the backstop. A walk and 4 hits for the Corndogs tonight on 1 run. 1-2. A high chopper towards shortstop. Armstrong's throw on the money. And Jackson Edwards threw 4 innings, just 1 run allowed, and preserves the lead as we head through the stretch here in the 7th inning. Copperheads look to extend the lead when we return. It's a 2-1 ball game. Back here after the stretch, the bottom of the 7th inning, and still a 2-1 lead for the Copperheads. It'll be Isaac Armstrong leading things off. 0 for 2 on the night is the Copperhead shortstop. Takes a first pitch low from Salico, who'll stay out there for this particular inning. We'll see if they go back to him in the bottom of the 8th or they opt for a new pitcher. Ahead 1-0, though, is Armstrong looking for his first hit of the night. That pitch is right there for a strike. Armstrong been impressive this season for the Copperheads. He'll be transferring from ECU to a new program this time next year, and drives this one down for a base hit. Right on cue, Armstrong showing his ability to put the ball in play, and often drives one straight up the middle. And Isaac Armstrong has his 15th hit of the season. And now we'll go to Caden Haywood, been the greatest asset tonight for the Copperheads on offense. 2 hits, including the double that turned into the first run of the game for the Copperheads. First pitch is there for a strike. So the 0-1 to Haywood on the way. Have a chance to drive in another run. 0-1 driven down the line, but it will run foul. Another loud piece of contact. Haywood, the right fielder, standing at 6'5", 235. So Salico will want to be careful where he locates these pitches. Consistent power threats in this Copperheads lineup. Ahead 0-2, though, is Salico. The pitch on the way, swung on and missed. High heat. Throw goes back to first, not in time, but it doesn't matter for Haywood. He's out on strikes. And a nice high fastball there by Salico gets an important out number 1. Now Josh Jones up next. Still a 2-1 Copperheads lead in this bottom of the 7th. Going for second is Armstrong. The throw down is dropped. He'll stay at second base as scrambling over to get the ball. Looks like Schaefer. But it looks like it will go down as a stolen base for Isaac Armstrong. Shows off the speed and picks up stolen base number 9 on the year. And moves an important insurance run into scoring position here with still just 1 out for Josh Jones, who's ahead 1-0 of Mark Salico. Jones 0 for 2 on the night, looking to change that here in an important spot. The 1-0 taken outside. Just missed the outside part of the plate. Salico will check back to second. The pitch on the way is swung on and fouled back to the screen. It'll be 2-1. Josh Jones awaits the next pitch ahead of a hitter. A hitter's count here. That time taken low, and now a 3-1. Jones will look to take advantage here. Big left center and right center field gaps, if he can find them. We've seen Goldasich do it and Caden Haywood do it. Check back to second. Payoff pitch from Salico is there.
Oh my. Are you kidding me?
And staying alive is Salico. A full count pitch. Now on the way. Jones thought it was ball 4. Now the 3-2, and that'll be ball 4. Jones gets on base for the first time tonight, and that'll bring up Goldasich. Drove in that all-important second run in that 5th inning. An RBI double to score Isaac Armstrong. Pardon, Caden Haywood, who scored both runs tonight for the Copperheads. Goldasich ahead 1-0 here of Salico, ready with the 1-0. And that is in there for a strike. Armstrong retreats to second. He'll be the lead runner on base, followed by Josh Jones, who walked last time up. 1 down here in this bottom of the 7th. 1-1 swung on and missed by Goldasich, went after the upstairs fastball that time. Salico looking to keep the Corndogs in touching distance here. Double play depth here for the Corndogs. A force out at any base, first through third available. 1-2 is fouled off the catcher's mask there, so Pighart will take a second to regroup. It'll be a short walk back to home plate as Salico ponders his options here. Still ahead 1-2 and 1 out here, but 2 runners on. And the Copperheads threatening to extend the lead here. Goldasich ready to battle. A 1-2 swung on, out of play, foul. And we've seen the Copperheads hitters do this many times, have extended quite a few at-bats tonight, and have been rewarded for it so far. Lead at 2-1 in this bottom half of the 7th inning. Salico ready with his next offering. Pitch on the way, swung on, foul once again. Rolls into the dugout. Goldasich battling here, is fouled off the last 3 pitches. 1-2, once again put in play. That one will be playable. We'll see if the right fielder can make the play over here. It'll drop foul. Looks like he maybe lost it in the lights potentially. Browning went over there. That one did drop in foul ground. So Goldasich stays alive, his 4th straight foul ball. Salico consistently challenging him in the strike zone. And the at-bat runs to its 8th pitch. Salico ready, another 1-2, and this time he gets him out number 2, and a big one at that. For Mark Salico, now all that stands between him and a scoreless 7th inning is Lazaro Santos. 0 for 2 on the night. Popped him up his last time up. Santos has appeared as a catcher, but mostly as an EH for this Copperheads team when he has played. 5'11", 190 freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina. And Cleveland Community College looking for a big hit, which would be hit number 9 on the year. 0-1 from Santos, and a hit and run there for both runners. Armstrong will retreat to second base. Another 0-2 pitch on the way to Santos. Salico will check back to second. Pitch on the way is outside. So Santos stays alive, takes a ball last pitch. Now it'll be a 1-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. And 2 big strikeouts for Mark Salico. Keeps us at a 1-run game as we go to the 8th inning. Still a 2-1 lead, though, for the Copperheads when we come back. Top of the 8th inning here at Cox Mill. It's a 2-1 lead as Mike Fergalak on in relief of Jackson Edwards. The third pitcher tonight for the Copperheads takes a first pitch right there for a strike. Swinging by Schaefer, over 2 on the night. Flied out his last time did the second baseman for the Corndogs, who's made some nice defensive plays tonight. Behind 0-2 here, though, to Fergalak. Appeared in 5 games this year, a 4 ERA, 1-0 on the year, and has pitched in the last 2 games against the Corndogs. 3 2/3 straight scoreless innings. Now make it 4 as he gets the strikeout on Schaefer to start this 8th inning. As we mentioned, his 3rd straight appearance against the Corndogs this year. Pitched 2 2/3 innings on June 11th. 2 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts before a strikeout the side performance, as this one's driven towards right center field, but caught by Haywood, and another quick out. Just 4 pitches required to get 2 outs for Mike Fergalak. He enjoys pitching against this Corndogs team, as he's now gotten through what will be now 4 1/3 innings. Has not allowed an earned run since June 7th against the Regulators. First pitch on the way now to Pickart. Taken low. Pickart, of course, had the double down the right field line that dropped in no man's land in front of Caden Haywood and behind Will Gray. Pickart ahead 1-0. Swings through that 1-0 pitch. A good fastball there from Fergalak, a senior from Eastern Connecticut State and Southington, Connecticut. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning in this top of the 8th. 1 run right there for a strike Not afraid to attack hitters with the fastball so far. He's been rewarded for it with 2 quick outs. Now he's just 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 inning. Fergalak ready with his next offering. Pitch on the way, swung on, put in play, and it'll get up the middle for a base hit. A nice job by Pickhart to stay in on the ball and drives it past Armstrong. Plays the shift and gets rewarded for it with his 2nd base hit of the night. Brings up Bryce Thompson. 0 for 2 on the night in his first appearance is Thompson. A Maryland native, stayed locally to play at Coppin State University. Did Thompson playing tonight in left field. Standing at 6 foot 210, appeared in 12 games for the Coppin State Eagles in his freshman season as a DH and outfielder. 0-1 outside from Fergalak. We'll see what kind of impact Thompson could make here as he gets to work against Mike Fergalak, the Kimbrell-inspired windup. The 1-1 on the way, swung on, and that will get down into center field in front of the center fielder Staborski, who makes the play, but not before another hit. And the first for the night on Bryce Thompson's record, 1 for 3. As that'll be hit number 6 on the night. A short mound visit on the way between Goldisich and Fergalak. We'll take a short break with them. We'll come back. It'll be Browning due up next. Has reached safely his last 2 appearances up at the plate. Still 2 outs here for Fergalak. On the way, first pitch is low. Browning 1 for 2 on the night with the strikeout his first time, a walk his second, and a single his last. First batter to get his 4th chance of the night. It'll be his 3rd different batter he's faced as well. Behind 1-0, though, is Fergalak, looking for that all-important 3rd out. And stop the bleeding, potentially. 1-0 swung through by Browning. Maybe a little bit frustrated with himself after that swing decision. Browning, a Limestone College freshman. Quite a few guys from the Limestone program playing in this league. 1-1 taken low. And Browning had a successful last few games and extended his hitting streak to 9 games after a hitless opening performance against the Copperheads. 2-1 taken there for a strike by Fergalak, who now stands just 1 strike away from getting out of the inning once more. Deuces wild. The 2-2 on the way from Fergalak. Runs way in, and a nice catch there by Goldisich to prevent runners from advancing any further. And the count runs full here to Browning. Can Fergalak keep the Copperheads out in front as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning? We're about to find out. 3-2 on the way, swung on, put in play. Over towards Gray. Charging is Haywood. He cannot make the catch. Both runners will have to return to their respective bases. A full count offering will be on the way once more when we return to action. Still a 2-1 lead here for the Copperheads in this top of the 8th inning. Browning gearing up for another payoff pitch from Fergalak. Here it comes, and that'll run inside, ball 4. Loads the bases after 2 quick outs. And maybe the Corndogs' bats coming to life at the right time here. It'll be down to Will Durrell, as it looks like it will be a pitching change. At least a mound visit, as Noah Jarrett comes out to talk to his pitcher Fergalak. Now allowed 3 runners to reach in a row here after 2 quick flyouts to start the inning. Back after the short break, and the first pitch is therefore a strike. Corndogs did not like that call to Will Durrell. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Fergalak ahead 0-1 here, looking for that all-important 3rd out. This one driven out of play, foul, and now 0-2. This the most pivotal at-bat of the game so far. A base hit surely gives the Corndogs the lead, but down to their last strike in this top half of the 8th. Can Fergalak finish the job off? 0-2, put in play towards left field. It'll get into the glove of Josh Jones, and he does get out of the 8th inning, does Fergalak. Loads the bases, but gets the final out of the 8th inning and keeps the lead, a 2-1 lead, as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning for the Copperheads, who look to get some insurance when we come back. Back here for the bottom of the 8th inning, it'll be Jack Lopez, Luis Morales, and Will Gray due up. Facing a new pitcher once again. First pitch on the ground for Lopez. Throw from Beals is in time for out number 1. Now it'll be Luis Morales due up next. Looks like number 31 on the mound for the Corndogs in this particular spot. One runs inside to Morales. Next pitch on the way, fouled out of play by Morales. 1-1 turns to a 1-2. Morales on the night, 1 for 3. One, two, in play once again towards Beals. Another nice play. The throw will be in time. Another nice play from deep short by Caleb Beals. Showing off the arm. And Luis Morales is retired for out number 2. As the 1-0 on the way this time will be Will Gray, who swings through the 1-0. Believed to be for the Corndogs, Cal Barna. Will be making his first appearance of the season. Is the righty number 31. It's a senior from Waxhaw, North Carolina, and UNC Asheville. His first appearance, and he gets a pop-up here by Will Gray. Over towards right field, caught by Browning in a 1-2-3 inning. Last chance for the Corndogs to do some extra inning baseball potentially at the very least. They trail at 2-1. We'll see who the Copperheads turn to in the top of the 9th when we come back. Top of the ninth inning here. And it will be Mike Fergalak on for the 6-out save. First pitch is in the dirt. Luke Harris, Trenton Dawson, Caleb Beals due up in this top of the ninth inning for the Corndogs, who trail it 2-1. Fergalak 3 outs away from getting the Copperheads back in the win column. Harris 0 for 3 on the night. 2 strikeouts and a pop-out, but we'll look to get an all-important base hit or some way of getting on base to start this top of the ninth, and that one runs way inside for Fergalak. We'll see if the Corndogs can finally get their bats going in the most important spot of them all. 3 outs to play with. Ahead 3-0 is Harris, and now ahead 4-0. He'll take his base on balls. First time he's reached on base tonight. It'll bring up Trenton Doss. 0 for 3 on the night, 3 strikeouts, and looking to get back in the hit column in a big way, and we know he's got the power to do so. 4 home runs this year, second on the team to Harrison Buthalet's 5. First pitch from Fergalak in the dirt, and a block there by Goldasich. You wonder whether the control issues will dictate this at-bat. Ready with the 1-0. Pitch on the way is upstairs. And Goldasich will take time after 6 balls to start this inning from Fergalak. Doss will await. As now Noah Jarrett will come out and talk to his pitcher Fergalak. The second mound visit the team is shared. Might be designating Doss as the final batter. He will face, although no one warming up in the bullpen for the Copperheads as of right now. So Jarrett entrusting Fergalak in this final inning here. Mound visit over. And the 2-0 turns into a 3-0 here after the break as Doss can look for a pitch he likes. 3-0, there for a strike, and now a hitter's count. Doss looking to break out of the 0 for 3 start. His 4th at-bat could be the big one. 3-1 swung on the ground. It'll get through the right side for a base hit. And the chopper gets over the head of Lopez and into right field. 2 for 2 runners that reach base to start this top of the ninth inning as we see some fireworks out in left field. Start of Independence Day celebrations, of course, with the 4th of July being tomorrow. It looks like it will be the final batter that Fergalak faces. 2 on and no out. We'll see if Connor Paul can get the final outs when we come back. Back here after the pitching change in the top of the ninth. Connor Paul on in relief. The 6'2", 213 lefty from Volunteer State Community College in Brentwood, Tennessee, on to try and get the final 3 outs. First pitch there for a strike. It'll be Caleb Beals, the first batter he faces. Singled his last time up, did Beals, and made 2 nice plays on the defensive side last inning to keep his team within 1 run. The future North Carolina A&T Aggie behind 0-1 here, looking for a big hit. Swings through an 0-1 that time. Paul has appeared in 3 games, this year. On for what would be his first save of the year if he could get it. 0-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. A big first out. And Connor Paul goes with the upstairs fastball and gets Caleb Beals swinging. And now that'll bring up Trace Gribble, pardon. Now a double play would end it. Forced out in play from first to third base. Gribble 1 for 3 on the night as well. Paul checks back to second. The pitch goes to the off-speed, misses away. Paul will get ready once again here. Lefty to righty matchup. Taken outside once again by Gribble. As Harris stands on second as the tying run. Doss standing on first as the winning run. Paul will check once again. Behind 2-0 here. Pitch on the way is right there for a strike. A good pitch to get back in the count against Gribble, who didn't pull the trigger. We'll see if he potentially pulls the trigger here in a 2-1 count. Two-1 from Paul, runs outside. Corndogs have not been able to break through yet, but a chance to do so here. Gribble in a 3-1 count. Hitters count here. And a chance at sending us to potentially extras. 3-1. Swung on and missed, so a big second strike there. Paul executed the pitch when he needed to. Now we'll see what he goes with in a full count. 1 out here in the top of the ninth, and a 2-1 Copperheads lead. Paul's payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. And back-to-back strikeouts in relief. Leave it to Dylan Schaefer as the final hope for the Corndogs. 0 for 3 on the night is the new second baseman for the Corndogs. A chance to do some damage, though, and keep the game alive in his first SCBL action this year. The UNC Wilmington sophomore, and swings at that first pitch. We'll see if Connor Paul can finish the job here. And it would be win number 8 on the year for the Copperheads as they climb back into the playoff picture. Paul checks back once again on Harris. 0-1. Swung on down the line, but foul. Ahead of the fastball that time, and now 1 strike away for Connor Paul. Struck out the first 2 batters he's faced. After the first 2 batters reached in this top of the ninth inning, it all comes down to this. Paul looks for the sign. He's got his pitch. 0-2 on the way is spiked. But a good block by Goldasich keeps The tying runner at second base. All important if the ball gets to the outfield. We saw the Copperheads win on a double play sac fly that turned into an out at home against the Disco Turkeys. 1-2. Swung on up in the air, but it'll run out of play once again. And the Schaefer battling here with the game on the line. 2 foul balls. Now another 1-2 soon come from Connor Paul. Can he finish off the strikeout of the side? As it looks like time has been called. Schaefer ready again. 1-2 is inside just barely. Didn't get the chase, but a great breaking ball nearly caught the inside part of the plate. Dylan Schaefer stays alive. Forces a 2-2. Paul's next offering runs outside from a 1-2 to a 3-2. Schaefer battling here to keep the game alive. A walk would load the bases and 2 out. We'll see if they try for a hit and run here. 2 outs and the bases nearly loaded. 3-2 pitch, they do go, but it is ball 4. And Schaefer keeps the game alive. It'll be down to Elijah Craddock. Every baseball player's dream scenario, bases loaded, top of the 9th and 2 outs. Craddock, a sophomore from Tegakay, South Carolina, and that one gets past. Here comes the tying run. He'll get there swinging. And Luke Harris on the wild pitch makes it a 2-2 ball game. Everyone moves up 90 feet. A valiant battle from the Corndogs in the top of the 9th is rewarded. And Luke Harris scores on the wild pitch to the backstop. Now Elijah Craddock looks to give the Corndogs the lead, ahead 1-0. Takes a pitch upstairs for ball 2. Craddock 0 for 3 on the night. Now the 2-0 from Paul. Therefore, strike. Craddock now awaits the 2-1. That runs upstairs. And we'll see if Connor Paul can get that vital third out. 2 runners in scoring position for Craddock. A chance to take the lead in the top of the 9th. 1 run across to tie the ball game at 2. Paul's next offering. Swung on in the air. On the infield. Calling for it. Making the play is Armstrong. He's got it. But not before the Corndogs tie things up at 2 in this top of the 9th inning. A wild pitch. Scoring the tying run. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. A 2-2 game here at Cox Mill. Bottom of the ninth inning here at Cox Mill. Now a 2-2 ball game. And new life for the Corndogs. It'll be the lefty, Anthony Dorner.
It's not a strike. It's not a strike.
Has not allowed a run in 4 2/3 innings this year. This one in on the hands, but dropped here. It will be thrown anyway for the first out. Despite Schaefer not being able to make the play in the air, he makes it on the ground, and Frelick retired. A line-out turn, ground-out brings up Parker Staborski. Dorner at 6'2", 242. A power lefty out of the bullpen for the Corndogs. Yet to appear in a game against these Copperheads, has appeared in the 2 games against the Regulators and 1 against the Wampus Cats. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits, no runs in 4 2/3 innings. 0-1 is low. Staborski 0 for 3 on the night. Next pitch on the way is inside. Staborski will get ready again. Dorner. 2-1 runs inside. It clipped him. It will be a hit by pitch with 1 out.
And hit him!
Staborski represented the winning run, but now it looks like it'll come back.
And hit him! How can you not see that?
So it looks like Staborski instead takes ball 3 here. Dorner will have a quick chat.
He didn't see anything all night. Are you kidding me? How do you miss that? Come on! Terrible.
Instead, it'll be a 3-1 count here. Staborski looking to get on base to start, and that one runs inside. It will be ball 4. So despite at first thinking it was a hit by pitch, Staborski will still get on first base regardless. And that'll bring up Isaac Armstrong. Copperheads have had a flair for the dramatic this year. We'll see if they can get another walk-off win. And Dorner will exit after getting 1 out so far. Armstrong due up next. We'll come back after the pitching change as the Copperheads look to walk it off in this bottom of the 9th inning when we come back. after the pitching change. 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. It's up to Isaac Armstrong as he faces Carter Barrett. Faced the Copperheads already once this season. As going back to first base there is Staborski, representing the winning run here as Isaac Armstrong takes the first pitch for a ball. Barrett appeared in 8 games this year, 14 innings pitched, and a 2.57 ERA, 12 hits, 6 walks, and 14 strikeouts. 2 appearances against the Copperheads, and was the man on the mound when the Copperheads walked it off, though, on a walk-off walk. Armstrong ahead 2-0. Pitch on the way, swung on and foul. Double play depth for the Corndogs as they look to turn the double play that'll send it to extras. It's a 2-2 ball game here in the top of the 9th. Armstrong ahead 2-1 of Barrett. Pitch on the way. Staborski runs for it. The drive down the line. It will get down. Here comes Staborski around third.
Oh. Are you kidding me? Of all the times, you can't just bounce and hit the damn fence.
It is a ground rule double. Nearly would have been the walk-off winner for Isaac Armstrong, who made hard contact once again. But instead of a double that would have scored the winning run, it instead stands as a ground rule double, so everybody can only move up 2 bases. And now it's up to Josh Jones. Armstrong makes it 2 runners in position to score. Jones swings on this pitch, up the middle, base hit. The Copperheads win it. Another walk-off winner, Josh Jones, the hero with the RBI single. And after allowing the tying run in the top of the 9th, a 3-2 win for the Copperheads. Their 8th win of the season. 2 hits in the bottom of the 9th inning. A 3-2 win for the Copperheads. And a flair for the dramatic continues here in 2024. Thank you for joining us here tonight at Cox Mill High School. Corndogs drop to 11-9 on the year, still stay in 3rd place. And the Copperheads climb into the final playoff spot. 5th place, 8-12 record through 20 games. Thank you for joining us here tonight on Wednesday here at Cox Mill. Copperheads the walk-off winners. Josh Jones the hero, an RBI single. Thank you for joining us, and make sure to turn on the notifications and subscribe to the YouTube channel SCBL Baseball is where you can find us on all platforms. Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And be sure to join us on Saturday for some more SCBL action. Till then,